Hi Aries, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So I am going to jump into your read. This is going to be for the second half of December. It's going to be a general read, so if you're looking for a personal read, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box. I thought I would go ahead and get you started here. I went to go run errands, it's crazy, and my car's blocked in because the whole street is being there. I guess they're trimming all the trees here, so in any event, there's like 7 counting cars right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, this is a sign, so here I am. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on for you. My bi-weeklies are about love, and we all know that love starts with you. So what I'm going to do is pull a card just for you because it can relate to your relationships, and it can relate, to any sort of relationships in your life, romantic or not. Okay, so I've been doing that for this last couple months here, and so you might want to check out your bi-weeklies in the first half of the month and compare it to the second half of the month and see where you stand. All right, so let's jump into this. What is going on for Aries? What does Aries need to know in terms of the second half of December? And if you're celebrating the holidays, happy holidays to all of you. Be safe, sending you lots of love and blessings your way. All right, so let's jump into this. What's going on for Aries? Second half of the month, what does Aries need to know most in the second half of the month? What is going to help them most in terms of their life and overall? Okay, so this flew out. What is this? Okay, what do we have? Legacy of light. Ooh, this is beautiful. Wow. This is interesting. Now, this is a 7 card, and the 7 card talks about, 7s are all about having faith, right? And I'll show you this in a second, but 7s are all about having faith. And so this tells me that this is about honoring your birthright, okay? So maybe it's, this is interesting. Take a look at this, you guys. It stems from childhood, and then you've got the present, which is right in the middle, and then the at the very very top, it's kind of like a child, a middle-aged woman, and a grandmother, right? So there's a legacy between decades here, and this is interesting. And what's beautiful is that it's almost like spirit. It must be spirit there, that is above. It could be that. In fact, I almost think it is because you could see the hands and the arms that are hovering around the child and the mother there. So I really feel that this is could be your inner child for some of you, and then this could be you here, and then there's spirit above that's watching over you. So this is interesting. This is about the universal source of light, kind of like the universe is watching over you right now, and it's legacy of light, right? This is about confirmation that some sort of creative choice that you've made or are making or will make is one that's going to be in alignment with your sacred spiritual path. Okay, so for some of you this is really a big sign. Wow. And this really talks about that your light cannot be ignored anymore. It has to, and you're being embraced by the universe on this. Okay, and this is about for something that if you were asking a question and this card came out for you and you came to my channel, then part of the answer to your question is that the issue at hand is of utmost importance to your spiritual growth. Okay, even if it seemed real insignificant, or if it didn't even feel like it was something that should go that direction, that's what's coming into play here. This is beautiful. I have not pulled this card before, so I think this is so beautiful. And so it's a really this is a sacred time for you. It's your birthright to shine, Aries, and that using that fire energy, right? And really, it's what I feel. It's like offering unconditional loving support. It exists in you, right? And this is about embracing your purpose and your spiritual growth in humanity, through unconditional love of others as well. So this could be a practice. This could be something that you brought into your life, a creative pursuit, an occupation. This is guiding you to something in your family history or spiritual ancestry that is relevant to you now. Okay, and it could be through traditions or cultures that you're interested in, or in fact you might be intrigued by. And this is really beautiful. So your family history or spiritual tradition is going to have something to do with that, okay? So if you need a jolt to recognize that you're a creative being, this maybe is about, taking a class, that this also could be a part of your life path. Wow. Okay, guys, this is pretty beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. The light shines from the top all the way down. So, yeah, you're being acknowledged. You have some sort of creative or healing offering to make to the world in this lifetime. Okay. And if you don't know how to do it, this is just, really, continue to grow and go through the healing process or whatever it is that you're doing. This is beautiful. I want to pull a card because I want to find out what's going to help you in this process. So we're going to pull a numerology card. Wow, Aries, this is really, really beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's funny because my Mercury is in Aries as well. So this is interesting. It has to do with work. The Mercury that, does what you do for a living. So you might want to check, if you are an Aries, sun sign, that's great. If you're a moon, rising or Venus, this might apply to as well. But what's going to help you in this process, in this legacy of light? Here it is. Health. Okay, so it's actually going to increase your bring greater health to you. And it's funny because obviously when you're in alignment with your soul's purpose and what you're supposed to be doing, it brings greater health, and it makes all areas of the body feel good, which that's that sacral chakra, everything having to do with the body. And then of course your third eye, which is your perception in this world. So it does affect that, and it brings balance into your life. It's a 71 card that reduces to an 8, and 8s, talk about, that there is some sort of change that is happening, but this change is about giving you balance. So some of you may be going through a transition period right now in terms of career, in terms of a relationship or situation. And just when I clarified, as I was saying that, I get karmic completion. So some of you could be going through an end of a karmic completion. There's no doubt about it. Wow. The 10 is an ending with a brand new beginning. Okay. And this is your connection to your highest self. And this is, the crown chakra and, the white light kind of, so to speak. And then it moves on to the root chakra from the bottom to the top. Some sort of karmic completion has taken place here. Okay. You've actually cleared your contract right now. And that's what this is talking about, that. So you can rest assured. And it's probably why I brought up healing here in terms of health. For some of you that could be going through some sort of healing. But this is saying is that you have completed a karmic lesson or a cycle, that had to do with a karmic debt from your past, okay, or a contract. And this could have been a challenging situation or relationship, whatever's brought you to my channel. But whatever happened, it brought a great deal of pain. And my heart goes out to you because I understand, and this is saying that even though that you'll have lessons as you move forward in your life, but they're not going to be like this one again. Okay, so this is what this wants you to know. Okay, so just remember that this too shall pass, and then face every experience as an opportunity to get grounded, stable, for yourself, and to increase, better balance, for your health. Right, that balancing of that 8 card here. Yeah, and then have faith in the future of what it is that you'll be guided to. Wow, some of you needed to hear that. So I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull the other cards for the main deck and get back into the main read. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the main read of you and who. Now, the who could be a friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest, or one side of a situation or another, okay? And feel free to reverse the messages as you see fit, all right? I'm going to start with you on this side and the other person on the other, okay? So what does Aries need to know most? What flipped over, okay? What flipped over? 2. You got the Hangman, and then you got the Judgment card, okay? I'm going to get one more card. So you got 2 major arcanas right on the board, right at the beginning of your read here. Wow, it's like going within and thinking. Going in with thinking a little bit. It's kind of like, maybe there's been delays, within a situation, whatever has brought you to my channel, there's been some sort of delay. And of course you get 2, not 1, but I get 2. We'll take them, okay? And then I get the Judgment card. So you got the Hangman and the Judgment card starting off. And this is about, some sort of delays, trying to get look at things from a different perspective, a different angle to get the enlightenment that you need, in the process. This really and you do it voluntarily, so you're just kind of like you're trying lots of different things in order to get some sort of enlightenment in a relationship or a situation, what's ever brought you to my channel. And then what happens is that you make a decision in terms of judgment. There is a judgment that's going to be made. But remember how we talked about the card in terms of the legacy of light, being the true you, following your soul's purpose. This could be actually recognizing that and now doing that and making a call, whatever that is. It could be career, it could be relationship. It could be a relationship that spurs you to a career. I mean, all different things, okay? So note your comments below and definitely like and subscribe and click the bell because that's for notification, guys. It really helps out my channel. And it allows me you to be notified when I actually put out new videos. But that's what this talks about. The Judgment is a 20 card reducing to a 2 and talks about duality. So it's kind of being a choice of some sort and making the choice that resonates with the true you. And you know what's so interesting? The next two cards that I got were the World card and the Six of Cups. And you notice that in the Judgment card, she's looking up, but also in the World card, right? That light, legacy of light, that, following your truth. And that's what I see here. And just keep in mind too, is that the Judgment card, that one situation is just as likely as another. So it's kind of like a 50-50 deal. So it's about, really, following through it and, going through that completion, that karmic completion that we talked about. Could have to do about travel, could, maybe you live at a distance from a person, place, or thing. And this is saying it's the World card, completion. Maybe what you want to do is putting a message out to the world, get your voice out to the world, something of the sort. But it is a successful completion. And this could be that karmic cycle ending, right, and coming to an end. And then I do get the Six of Cups. And this talks about, growth, right? Growth from a child all the way to adult, right? And when the Cups, this is about, this is about emotions. This is about looking, back at the past. Just kind of like we did with the legacy of light, as a child, and then moving up into where you're at right now, and then universe embracing you fully. I kind of feel that this is as a child and moving up into where you are now. And so now there's been a lot of growth up to this point, especially from an emotional aspect, perhaps in a relationship or situation. But whatever it is, could be a spiritual connection. But I really feel that there is some sort of, obviously a completion. But this is looking back and seeing the growth that you've made so far. And it's about giving yourself a pat on the back, Aries. And if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it for you, okay? Because this is saying you've come a long way, okay? You've definitely come a long way. And this is really beautiful. All right, I want to see what else wants to come out for you in terms of where you're at right now. And it could be that you maybe have nostalgia looking back at the past in terms of your emotions on just how far that you've come right now and being proud of that. Yeah, this is about getting rid of any sort of limiting beliefs that have been impeding your progress, okay? What you've been doing is rewiring the subliminal messages that you've been telling yourself. For a lot of you, that could be the case. And if that's the case, hence, beyond the read up here or in my description box, you want to check that out. But this really talks about ridding of that. It really is, really paying attention to your subconscious beliefs that limit you, from progressing. And it could have stemmed from childhood, and you've grown so much. And you now are able to see things from a different perspective, focus and become the real you, and then feel whole again in this world, okay? And then choose what it is that you would like from that point of view now, and not from, another, that other, old, way of thinking. So this is about checking in with yourself. And I really believe that you have been doing your shadow work is what it was. A lot of shadow work was being done during this karmic completion here. And I think that you've really successfully completed it. And you are now rewiring some of those subliminal messages. So that's really cool. So let's go ahead on the other side and take a look at that, Aries, okay? Note your comments, guys, below if it resonates, okay? Definitely drop a like. I so appreciate it. Let's take a look. Other person, second week of December, okay? I don't know why I almost said October. But yes, second half, I should say, second half of December. Second half of December, what's important for Aries to know? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to get one that wants to come out. This other person on the other side. What's important for this other person on this other side? What does Aries need to know? I'll take these. What is it? So we've got the Fool card and the Ten of Swords. Wow. They're also going through an ending with a brand new beginning. Okay. So you might be, around someone that's going this. They've got the Fool's journey, and then we've got the Ten of Swords. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you might be dealing with. Hi, Bella. That's Bella. Yeah, it could be that. There is some sort of ending that brings this person to the light, and now they see things from a higher perspective. They too are moving towards the light. All right. So the Ten of Swords is some sort of ending, right? This is some sort of, they have been through some sort of crisis or some sort of loss within their life, and they're starting the brand new Fool's journey. And they're protected in this process, so they've got a brand new, Fool's journey that's happening. And it's funny because something happens when they least expect it, okay? So this person won't probably expect this new beginning or this ending, I guess I should say, that pushes them to this new beginning, but they're needed to go to this. What do I get? The Emperor, okay? So the Emperor here, this really talks to me about... it's an Aries card, so this could be you within here, that they're thinking of you, that maybe perhaps you put some sort of ending in a relationship or situation, of some sort, or perhaps they see you as being very strategic in terms of what it is that you're doing in your life, and you've got that fire energy, right? Being very strategic on how you work things out in terms of love and life overall. They could be taking on this energy and trying to develop some sort of strategy to come towards you, but the Emperor being Aries, that sun, as I think that they are wanting... They could want even a brand new beginning with you, okay? That could be the case, or they feel that you are, they see you, kind of move forward and be strategic in terms of a brand new beginning. I do want to pull another card and see what else wants to come out for them. Let's take a look. The Emperor. And it's actually, they see you getting grounded. They see you as being grounded and very strategic. What else? Yeah, inner peace. They're clearing the past from ancient trauma. So for them, they are also kind of going through this kind of a scenario where they are you're practicing physical, mental, and spiritual practices that ground them and balance them. And it's also about loving their inner child, okay? So that it really comes up in this card, clearing the past so they can move forward. And that's really key for them, all right? Very key. So they're trying to also find some sort of inner peace within a situation as well, within their life, okay? Whatever that is, but that's what I feel that they're kind of going through that process. Anything there else? Physical activity. This is so funny. You got health and then they got physical activity, right? So this is about them, focusing on physical activity to get them in a place to make them feel a lot more relaxed. Focusing on those endorphins that actually bring them more balance and ignite their life a lot better. And it allows them to have some better communication and then a connection to the universe in terms of, seeing things, as they are, but also speaking things a lot better because that's the color of the throat chakra. So that's what I see for them. How interesting. Where's this relationship or situation headed? Let's take a look at what that is for you, Aries. Relationship or situation headed. Where is it? Let's take a look. Wow. You've got a lot going on here. We've got the Night of Pentacles. So this is about being very routine oriented and doing things that you need to do on the day-to-day to do what you need to do, okay? To pay the bills you need to pay, to kind of do that, okay? So you're doing the work, okay? This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Wow, that flew out. What is this? Okay, you guys, so this is here is the Five of Pentacles. So this is about, recognizing, this is about, feeling left out, worrisome, poverty, having the key to open up the gate, but not doing it and moving into light, focused on where they're at right now. I think that you're getting rid of this and you're actually moving into doing the day-to-day because that kind of slowly but surely kind of gets you back into the swing of things. It starts with here and then moves on to that next level. So again, both are earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo type energy. Anything else in terms of this Five of Pentacles that needs to come out? Okay, just want to make sure the deck was upright. Okay. I'm going to take cards just flipped. Too many of them flipped out. So let's take, give me one card. One card for this Five of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. What do we get? I'll take the one that flipped over. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about engagement. So this is about getting further education, doing research. It looks like someone that's, working within the elements of, the esoteric. She's got the light right in front of her, the candle. It has to do also with the moon phases. And being of which we've got a full moon. The last full moon of the decade is on December 29th. This is when lots of emotions will come to the surface. So it's a really good time, to take a look at things that still need a little bit more clearing. But this is really beautiful. It's about, really, putting this to end once and for all, and then getting more information on what it is you need to do. It's kind of like a woman kind of doing her business, kind of that type of thing. And again, it's all about engagement, and it could have to do with the moon phases as well. So doing further research, taking further studies, that could be the case. What else? Letting go of the burdens. I got the 10 of Wands, okay? Letting go of the burdens of the past burdens that have once held you back, okay? Like this, all right? Letting them go. That's come to an end, right? Because you've done further research and you know how to overcome that, right? And so this is really good. So I'm so happy for you here. The Wands, is your fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. I want to pull another a love card, an oracle card. I want to see what's happening for you in terms of what's the best way to move forward. Wow, best way to move forward. Let's see, I'll take it. Wow, I got Saint and Sinner, okay? So this is beautiful. And this, these cards don't have numbers on them, so I can't kind of look at that. But what this tells me is that this is about the assumptions that you're making about a person or situation, Aries, can be completely different than what you think it is. So this is taking heed. This is important, okay? This is the blue card. The blue is all about communication. What you might perceive, within the third eye might be different than what it really is. It might be, it turned out to be completely wrong. So for every, thinking or reasoning that you have, there is an opposite and opposing reason for that. And this is saying is that realize that there could be something that's contradicting. There may be more than one, certain situation than at first blush, right? So that's what this card talks about. It's about judgments that we make about others. So this is about not someone else being right or someone else being wrong. This is saying that there's no single truth that applies universally, and then all things. And when you accept that type of thing, when you accept that all things, there's not just one concept that can be taken universally. Within we've got different opinions and different values systems, and not one truth applies all to all. So this is things when you can swallow that, when you can accept that, then things will become a lot clearer for you, okay? So it's just saying that the assumptions in a relationship or situation about another person or an event can turn out to be completely wrong. So what if that was the case, okay? And then, then note your comments, guys, because that's what seems to be coming through. Your best way forward is to see that other side and to understand that there's not one universal truth, that both sides can apply, and to look at that. Wow. Crazy, guys, very crazy. Your best way forward is to look at that. I want to find out how this person feels about you. We're going to pull in the shadows cards, how this person feels about you. Well, that flew out. What is this? Wow. They say, I am different now. So they're saying something, I am different now. Okay, so that's how they feel about you. Anything else that wants to come through on how this other person feels about Aries, what wants to come out? I scared myself that day. Okay, so if you've ever met them, came face to face, maybe they were scared by the attraction and the situation. Okay, that very much well could be the case. They were scared. Okay, anything else? Thank you for leaving me. Okay, so it could be that you have left that person and ended a karmic cycle for many of you, and because of that, it's allowed you both to grow. And then who knows what the future holds, right? But that's what's coming into play. I do want to pull a card on the best way for this other person to move forward, because you might resonate with one side more than the other. What is the best way for this other person to move forward? What wants to come out for this other person? And let's take a look at what that is, okay? Just before we close out. Here it is. What is it? Wow, we got Universal Christ, which is actually, Universal Source, whatever that is for you here. I rarely, gosh, it's funny. I haven't used these cards in such a long time. But what this talks about here is that This is about using your third eye, right? In terms of communication, okay? This is about you really recognizing the aspects of your nature, and this person understanding their nature and what has been repressed for some long time. Again, they had to do some inner child work on this side here, and this is about as they're in solitude and things are quiet because you've left them. For some of you, that could be the case. But maybe if there's been a separation that allowed them actually to have a profound self-discovery about themselves. So it's really quite beautiful, okay? It really allowed them to see things from a different perspective and to really see what it is that they want. Because every choice leads to an outcome, which is necessary for love, growth and wisdom. And that's what relationships are for, right? So that's what this is saying. It's that they're trusting their inner guidance to receive. And relationships that don't serve you for them are going to come to an end, while others are becoming more stronger and meaningful. So it could be that in a situation that as you left this person, they grew themselves and they gained more wisdom, right? And look at how interesting both these cards are. You got this one and they got this one. It's like, who knows? And that's why I feel strongly there's going to be communication down the line. And it might be after this split and after the recognition takes place. I just got to tell you. And how do you feel about this person? How do you feel about this person, Aries? I just want to take a look here. Let's see. I know more than you might think. Okay, that's what we get from here. Anything else? Here we go. I don't know what to say. Okay, so yeah, wow, guys. Crazy. Anything else that wants to come through here? I pretend that I don't care. So there's love here. It's just, again, there's growth that's needed. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Please note your comments below. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, namaste.